So may I start with asking the question, the usual question? Do you have any questions for me before we look at what you have been doing, what you're going to do? Is everything going well with everybody?
Yeah, I have a question, Mr.
Yes, go ahead.
Um, we didn't submit the work of week 4, the assignment. Uh, we will submit it today إن شاء الله. بس هو أنا ومرديز، يعني أنا إنجلش ومرديز ساينس، فالمفروض إن إحنا الأكتيفيتي اللي نعمله مثلا أو الدرس اللي نعمله يبقى فيه انتجريشن بين الاثنين، ولا ممكن درس من عندي أو من عندها؟
Oh no, we need one topic that integrate both of them. It's very easy to integrate مثلا English.
ساينس.
Science, method science. Oh,
ساينس.
it's very easy to do that, right? I'm sure. All right. So one thing I have noticed in all the discussions is that you are less active in reading each other posts and writing your comment on that. It's very, very important. It's very important, and this is one way of learning, because especially in online courses, you're not only learning from the instructor or the resources or the readings or the videos, or you are also learning from each other. And if you are not reading each other work, if you are not doing your job in that part, this would mean a lot to me. And I'm not the guy who usually talk about grades and participation grades and stuff like that. But if if this continues, it's not a good sign. I know it's intensive. I know it's challenging. But by the end of the day, we are moving from one session to the other, just from one week to the other in like 2 days time. So at least like devote some time in the week to look at the work of other people and try to read or watch their work and give them some comment. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions? No questions. Great. So, as you have done in week 3 and 4, you have done great job in talking about thinking, divergent and convergent thinking, the difference between fixed mindset and growth mindset. Um, um, and I hope you have that idea in mind. This will help you a lot personally and professionally, how to develop our mindsets and move ourselves and our students from the fixed mindset to the growth mindset. How are we looking at a problem from all sides and believe that any problem has many solutions and there is no model answer for any question, and failure is a starter for success. These things would not be planted in our minds with just words. It's very easy to say these things, very easy, but it's very hard to put them in action. As the saying goes, easier said than done. So it's very easy to say, let's be creative, let's look out for different solutions for the same problem. Let's accept differences. Easy to say these things, but when it comes to action and you see some people are providing you with creative solutions for some problem that you have, or the students are providing you with answers to your questions which you think that these are not the model answers, and you start to say, should I say this is wrong, or I consider these things good trials that will help the students to develop, and that's a good idea to start saying, okay, great, these are good new answers. Let's look at them closely. Here is the it's very important, and that's why we added creativity to the technology course, because I mentioned like 505, which you don't take, is more towards art, and this one is more towards technology. So we mix and match it so that in the technology course you have some ideas from the arts course, which help you a lot in your teaching. So please look at the topics that we discuss and go through the course as things that help you both personally and professionally at the same time. And assessing creativity, this is how to put your ideas in action. So now you have seen how people can be creative, and you have seen that everybody can be creative, right? Right, guys? I said this on our first day.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah. So it's creativity is not just restricted on some people who usually say they're talented or whatever. It's creativity in anything. Look at the Olympics now. A lot of people who are just given the chance to be creative in their sport by giving them the chance to practice, practice, and practice, and be followed up by experienced experts and coaches, and they're giving the chance to compete with other people, and from one event to the other they develop. So they can start with having just participation. In the following event, they got like a bronze medal, and now they get a gold medal. And that's creativity. That's one of the aspects of creativity, is how to develop from good to great, how to develop your teaching way. It's not just in sports, not just in art, not just in drama. It's in everything in life, and you can be a creative teacher. So you have looked at how creative you are at the beginning of week 4, and then you reflected on creativity, and I'm waiting for to look at your assignment on creativity part. I have 3 submitted the work. Please submit, each one should submit a copy of the work. So I need to have all people submitting their work. In week 5, we are moving towards technology and teaching. Um, in this week, we provide you. So you start with first before we provide you. We start with a nice introduction. You have some pairs here, and they are going to be assigned 2 disciplines. Each pair is taking like 2 disciplines, and they are thinking of how technology can be used in teaching this an idea or a topic in these 2 disciplines. And I think I have understood the question that I've been asked at the beginning. So if you are asked to teach science and math, so look at a topic that can be taught using science and math, and think of a technology tool that can help this teaching. Have like some kind of a discussion, and then share the outcome of your discussion here on this discussion forum. And the discussion forum, it's a discussion forum, meaning that we look at each other's posts and give them comment, interact with them, react to their work. And it's not bad to say, I think this idea may not be working well. It's not bad to say I need more explanation about that because I don't understand what I've been saying. It's okay to say these things as long as they are in very polite way and respecting the other people's work.
Doctor, can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can ask a question.
Mommy, doctor. Every week we have all the member of the group to post all the group work.
In the assignment, so each one should submit a copy of the assignment. But on the discussion forum, I need one post from the pair. So if you are in a pair, just one person submits the work. But if it is an assignment, so I need each person to submit a copy of the assignment.
Okay. In the discussion, but also if we are a group, so one post from the group,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And say hi to your kid, Rania.
Hi, Farida. Dr. Muhammad saying hi.
Hi.
Oh, nice. You have a sweet voice, Farida.
Thank you, Dr. Muhammad.
Okay. All right. So what I mean here to make things clearer. So this is an assignment. You see my screen, right?
Yes.
So design and assess creativity. This is an assignment. So what I expect is that each person should submit a copy of the assignment, even if you are working in a group or a pair. Okay.
Yes, we can see it.
لسه فاكر عليكي ده انا بقالي ساعه بقول كان يو سي. انا همشي بقى خالص من الحته دي. طيب.
There was some lagging in your voice, والله.
Some delay, صح?
Yes.
All right. The week 5 and week 6 are so much linked together because they are trying to explain to you, or you are going to understand and learn uh, uh, how we can use some online tools in our teaching. That's why in the second tab here you find a lot of these tools. And what I'd like you to do is to check all these tools. Very nice links here, very good links. Here, these links, and also in the extra resources, you'll find more of them. If you look at the extra resources here, you find a lot, many others, a lot, hundreds of these tools. What I encourage you to do is to look at this week, starts today and in next Saturday. This is the week for looking at the tools and maybe playing with the tools, experimenting with some of the tools, so that uh, you are doing or going to do two things in these 2 weeks. The first thing you are going to do is to work together and plan what we call a high-tech lesson plan, which will be the assignment for week 5. And um, I will extend this assignment to be by the end of week 6 too, so you can submit it. You can have the time to submit it uh, till the end of this week. What is a high-tech lesson plan? You remember on our first day of this course, I told you when we study technology and education, we never forget the saying that pedagogy before technology, right? We are teachers, and our most important thing is teaching the students to learn things. And our uh, method of teaching should be aligned with the objectives we have and with the students we teach and with the resources available to us. So when we talk about a lesson plan, we're trying to find out some objectives or topics to teach. As a group of teachers, you will be groups, so you will be mixed subjects. You need to discuss together uh, any topics. And before you do this, sorry, before you start to discuss the topics and objectives and all the stuff, go through the readings, go through the resources, and go through the tools that are available on week 5 and 6. Very, very important for you to look at, because they will help you a lot when you do this assignment. So after you review the readings, you review the resources, the tools, that stuff, sit together as a group and select one topic in any course. Here we are not asking you to make an integrated lesson. If you would like to make it integrated, that would be great. If you are telling me, okay, we are a group of 3 or 4 teachers teaching different subjects, and instead of looking at one topic in one subject, we're going to look at one topic to be integrated in all our subjects, and these are the objectives of the lesson, and these are the way we're going to teach it with technology tools. The lesson plan has a template that is here. It will be, you'll find the template here. I hope you look at the template and follow the template. And here is a description of the of the of the lesson plan itself, of the activity. What I'm asking you is that whenever you write an objective in the lesson plan, make sure that you're going to achieve that objective by using some technology tool. So don't write any technology tool for no reason. So because it's not, the number of the tools is not the main concern for us. The main concern is that you are able to teach your objectives. You are able to achieve your objectives. If you can achieve your objectives this way or that way, it's okay. But if you write some objectives but they are not achieved throughout the lesson plan you have, here we have some questions. So why you write the objectives without being able to achieve, or why you write a lot of tools which are not necessary to do? Okay, guys?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So after you do the design, you're going to make like a short video to explain to us uh, how and why you made this kind of lesson in this way. So you're going to tell us, okay, we discussed together the topic of so and so, and we decided to write these objectives. So, and these objectives are best achieved through the following tools. So, my advice: do not start writing this before you look through the tools, the web tools, this one, and the extra resources, and make this lesson plan the last thing to do this week. So I will start to expect to have these like by Thursday of this week. The same thing with week 6. I will create another discussion here to upload your videos. So that here you're going to upload just the lesson plan here. But the videos to explain your lesson plans, I will create another link to do that. Okay?
Okay, another
Guys?
link, another link for video
Yes.
in week 5,
Yeah,
right?
in week 5, yes. So it's not here, but I will do. I will create. So here, if you are
Okay.
here, if you are asked to teach something completely online, the week 6 is telling you we sometimes need to do things online and things offline, which takes us to the other very important concept of teaching, which we call,
blended lesson. Blend.
yes, bravo عليك, Mr. Hussein. Excellent.
Okay.
Here, the mix is blending. And again, when we blend, so the word blend means mixing. And when you mix things, you have a lot of, different things to mix. In our case, we're mixing online with face-to-face, right? Right? Tell me right or wrong. My sisters
Right,
and
Doctor,
brothers.
right.
Right, hey, sisters and brothers. Can you give me some feedback that you are here? Or are you
It
in the
takes
kitchen? Kitchen or
it
here?
takes us time to unmute. So that's the reason.
اوكي ماشي، انا عشان خاطرك انا فهمت لك بقى المره دي، حاضر.
Thank you, Doctor.
اوكي ماشي يا ست.
Okay, thank you.
alright. مروه انت معانا يا مروه، ولا انت برضو اسمك هنا وموجود وخلاص، ولا ايه؟ مش سامع صوتك ده.
No, I'm here.
يس اور نو؟
موجودة.
انت قلت يس ونو
Yes.
مع بعض. اوكي. انت معانا يا مي طبعا صح؟ ومنى ومشيره طبعا.
أنا موجودة يا دكتور.
اهلا 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 بيكم، اهلا بيكم. شيماء معانا؟ شيماء
موجودة يا دكتور.
طيب. when we make a blend, we'll try to make sure that we are offering our students the best experience. Meaning that when we meet them, we need to teach them in ways that are suitable for the face-to-face instruction. And when they are away, we are teaching them with using some online tools. And that mix is very, very important. How to make this working together is very important. And all, again, will depend on your objectives. When you write the objectives of the lesson, and you say the first objective can be achieved through face-to-face instruction this way, but the second objective can be achieved without meeting the students. I don't have to meet the students to do this. But if you write some objectives and then in the lesson plan itself, you would say the activity 1 will be face-to-face, activity 2 will be online, activity 3 will be face-to-face, activity 4 will be online. And when you look at these activities and compare this to your objectives, we'll find out they're not working or synchronized together in a manner that helps the students learn. We'll have problems. Again, we'll put in mind that pedagogy is before technology. Pedagogy is the way we teach. We help our students learn. And if we cannot help our students learn, all the tools in the world are useless. Right? Sometimes you can sit with your students under the trees next to the canal in our rural areas, in our villages, and we look at the books and we talk together, and the students learn. If they learn well, that's completely better than just taking them to the most advanced lab in the world, but they are not learning. So we start usually with objectives, and then we align the objectives with the tools. We say this can be done online, but this can be done face-to-face. And I describe how things can work. So in order to make this clearer, I will ask you a question. Each one of you, give me a sample objective in your subject. Any person, please jump in. If you remember any objective in your course, English, science, math, social studies, whatever you teach, do you have any objective in mind that you can share with us?
Yeah. Design a simple mobile application.
Oh, this is an objective. This is a learning outcome.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
design a simple. Let's look at it.
Yes.
Okay.
Design interface
Okay.
of mobile application.
Okay. Interface. Interface. User interface صح؟
Mm.
أنا خبير في الحاجات دي خد بالك.
Yeah.
طيب design a user interface. Okay guys?
Mm.
My friends, are you following me? Let's look at if this is
Yes.
one. Yes, if this is one of Mr. Osama's objectives in a session, and he asks you, can you help me? Can I teach this using a face-to-face or an online tool, and how? Who can help Osama to make this happen?
I think you are.
انت استنى انت، احنا بنساعدك يا عم، اصبر انت يا سيدي، بناخد مساعده من الناس.
Okay, thank you.
احنا بنساعدك.
هو ممكن اوبجكتيف اسهل عشان انا ما اعرفش يعني ايه يوزر انترفيس.
ممكن نخلي الطلبه يشوفوا فيديو.
هنسمع مي كانت بتقول حاجه الاول، بعدين نرجع لك دلوقتي.
انا مش فاهمه يعني ايه يوزر انترفيس.
طب صباح الخير. عارفه انت لما بتستخدمي الموبايل كده وتقعدي تلعبي في الحاجات وتطلعي الفيسبوك والتويتر ومش عارف، وتخشي على الحاجات الابلكيشنز على الموبايل. هو ده الانترفيس صح كده يا اسامه؟
Yes.
يعني الانترفيس يعني هي الصفحه اللي بتبقى على الموبايل اللي فيها الابلكيشنز كلها، وانت بتبداي تتنقلي من ابلكيشن لواحد تاني. ده الناس بتصممه عادي يعني.
اوكي
ماشي يا مي. طب انت كده عرفت الانترفيس، تقدري تقول لنا هل ممكن الطلبه تتعلموا ازاي فيس تو فيس احسن ولا اونلاين من وجهه نظرك؟
متهيألي both can be done على أساس إنه دي حاجة بتتعمل already على كمبيوتر، ف it can be face to face. بس in this case يعني الانستراكتور أو teacher هيبقى متابع الطلبة وهم بيعملوا الانترفيس، فهيبقى متابع الستبس يعني showing them a video أو doing a demo. It can be done online أو it can be done face to face.
So it can be done or يعني this way or the other way. Maybe this way and the other way. It's just or and in your opinion?
It can be and أو it can be or يعني both can be applicable.
Okay, good idea. Thank you, May. Who else would like to share their ideas?
هو انا مفهومي عن البلندد ليرنينج يعني ان انا بخلي الطالب يشوف فيديو مثلا الاول في البيت، وبعد كده ولما بيرجع بقى بنحل اسئله وكلام من ده. لما يكون مثلا في اكتيفيتي زي ده،
ايوه
هيشوفوا مثلا فيديو. هيشوفوا مثلا فيديو الاول عن تصميم اللي هو عن التصميم بتاعه او كده، وبعد كده لما نيجي بقى في الفصل هنطبق اللي احنا شفناه.
اوكي، ممكن ما تنفعش the other way round يعني.
ده مفهومي عن البلندد ليرنينج. ما اعرفش
انت مفهومك تمام، بس خليكي معايا بس.
انا
حاسس ان انت زعلانه وبتزقي كده يا مروه، ولا انت عادي كده؟ ده عادي يعني؟
لا والله عادي.
لا مش ماشي. طب ممكن تحصل the other way round يعني نحصل نبدا من هنا ونروح هنا. ده blended learning، هنتكلم عن blended learning مش flipped classroom. هتكلم عن flipped classroom بعد دقيقه واحده. ايه خدت بالك من اللقطه دي ولا خدتش بالك؟
معلش انا اختلط عليا الاثنين. تمام.
طيب البلندد ليرنينج
ممكن يشوف
كويس.
الفيديو في الفصل.
طبعا وكويس جدا انت قلت، انا مبسوط ان انت جبتي الموضوع ده عشان برضو نوضح حاجه مهمه جدا. ده بلندد ليرنينج، يعني احنا هنسميه التعليم المختلط. يعني الحاجات ما مش ترتيبها مش مهم، مش مهم حاجه، سوري مش اهم حاجه عندي. الترتيب مش اهم حاجه عندي، لكن ايه اللي اهم حاجه عندي؟ اهم حاجه عندي هو ده اللي هو الليرنينج اوبجيكتيف او الليرنينج اوتكم. اهم حاجه عندي. انا عايز الستودنتس يطلعوا بعد السيشن دي او التو سيشنز دول او الاسبوع ده بيعرفوا يعملوا يوزر انترفيس. والله التيتشر قرر يبدا السيشن، يبدا الموضوع كله ان هو يعمل لهم فيس تو فيس انستراكشن، يقعد يكلمهم بقى على ازاي الكودينج والترتيب ما اعرفش ايه والحاجات التانية ديت وازاي الكلام ده يتعمل. اتس اوكي. وبعد كده يقول لهم طب خلاص هتقعدوا في البيت يومين ثلاثه، عايزكم تتفرجوا على ده وتعملوا ده وتشتغلوا في الجروب ده وتعملوا في الجروب ده وتوروني وانا هتابع الشغل بتاعكم على ابلكيشن معين. اتس اوكي. وبعدين نرجع اخر الاسبوع نتقابل نشوف مع بعض الانترفيس بتاعنا مثلا. ممكن نعملها بالعكس، يقول لهم خدوا بالكم انا عايزين انترفيس وبصوا على الحاجات دي قبل ما تيجوا، وبعدين نقعد نتكلم وبعدين نقول لهم روحوا وبعدين تعالوا وهكذا. صح؟
تمام.
صح كده يا اسامه؟ انت ماشي معانا ولا احنا
يس.
عكينا معاك؟
لا صح تمام.
ساعدناك يعني ولا لسه متلخبط؟
هما بيستخدموا لغة اسمها الاكس ام ال في عمل الانترفيس.
ايوه.
اكس ام ال تمام.
فهو بيتعلم اللغه دي الاول المفروض، صح؟
بيتعلمها هو بيشتغل يعني.
هو بيشتغل، برافو عليك.
يعني هي تعتبر هو بيابلاي الاكس ام ال وهو بيعمل الانترفيس، فيعني زي اكتيفيتي بيعملها كده، يعني بيبقى زي بروجكت الانترفيس بالنسبه له.
كويس جدا، كويس، ممتاز. طيب ناخد حد تاني يدينا ليرنينج اوتكم بعيد بقى عن التكنولوجي، عشان اسامه قال لنا حاجه في التكنولوجي، عايزين نبقى حاجه بره التكنولوجي خالص. يلا حاجه انجلش كده، حاجه ماث، حاجه ساينس. يلا يا شباب.
اقول
applying the
انجلش.
knowledge.
يس.
أو
مين بيقول؟
جو اهيد ماي
وانا
جو اهيد.
كنت بقول objective وحد كان عايز يقول objective.
اللي يطلع
لا
من
خلاص
زميلتك
قولي.
الاول. يلا يا مايك.
applying the knowledge of pH in daily life activities.
apply pH، صح؟
in daily life activities.
اوكي. يلا مين بيقول لنا نقدر نعمل ده ازاي؟ طبعا البي اتش ده اللي هو في الميه، صح؟
ال pH
اللي هو
بتاع اي حاجة يا اما
الاسيد
حمض يا
الاسيد.
اما acid or base, and how we use that in our daily life activities.
انا بقول دايما في الميه عشان العيال دايما هو عليه في الميه. انت ما تلخبطيش المعلومات بتاعتنا بقى. مش كل حاجه بقى تعملنا شغلانه. طيب apply the knowledge of the pH in daily life activities. يلا شوف طب ده لو احنا حبينا ندرسه ده يا جماعه، ندرسه ازاي؟ اوف لاين ولا اون لاين ولا فيس تو فيس ولا ازاي؟ مين يدي ماي recommendations هنا؟
I think it needs to be in laboratory. يستخدم اللي هو ورقة عباد الشمس.
يبقى عندنا لاب سيشن. ده فيزيكال لاب سيشن ولا ممكن يبقى فيرتشوال لاب سيشن؟
ممكن فيرتشوال، بس الحاجات دي بتبقى مور انترستنج لما تكون بيعملها بايده يعني.
طيب يعني يبدا هو في اللاب سيشن في رايك، الفيزيكال لاب سيشن، وبعدين
هو ممكن ياخد سيشن اونلاين بحيث يعرف الثيوري او النولج يعني بتاعتها، وبعد كده يخش السيشن هتثبت المعلومه اللاب يعني.
يعني اونلاين فور ذا ثيوري. يعني تقصد الثيوري بقى هيعمل ريدنجز ولا يتفرج على فيديو مثلا؟
الاثنين ممكن، بوس او واحده منهم يعني.
اوكي. طب ده الاول ولا ده؟ which one first؟
لا اعتقد الاونلاين الاول.
وبعدين يجي بقى في الكلاس يعمل لاب اوبزرفيشن بقى ولاب اناليسيز وكده.
انا بعتقد اللاب اناليسيس ممكن تغني كمان عن الاونلاين، لو عمل اللاب خلاص.
طيب خد بالك ان الاوبجيكتيف، خد بالك ركزوا معايا في الاوبجيكتيف عشان هو بتقول ان daily life activities. daily life يعني حاجات بنشوفها حوالينا، صح؟ يعني في المطبخ، في الشارع، في المستشفى، مش كده؟ لو انا عملت اللاب سيشن وعملت الاونلاين فيديو او ريدنج، انا عرفت البي اتش بس ما عرفتش باقي الحاجات، يعني الاوبجيكتيف ما اتحققش. ازاي الاوبجيكتيف ده يتحقق يا شباب؟
الاونلاين ممكن لو سيرش هو جاب مثلا قلنا له ادينا مثلا 5 examples او 10 examples، هيسيرش ويجيبهم ويعرفهم.
هيجيبهم بس مش هعمل لهم ابلاي. انت كده عمال تمسك لنا البالونه من ناحيه وتسيبها من الناحيه الثانيه يا اسامه. احنا عايزين ابلاي يعني يعمل حاجه بايده، يعني يخش بيعمل حاجه جوه، يجربها يشوفها بعينه، مش مجرد يقرا عنها بس، صح؟
صحيح.
صح يا مي، تقصدي كده ولا تقصدي ايه؟
هو الاثنين.
ما طبعا. لو ايه الاثنين بقى؟ قولوا لنا كده فاهمين.
ايه؟
ايه بقى الاثنين دول؟ فاهمينا كده.
اوكي، يعني في حاجات theoretical مش هنقدر نطبقها، زي مثلا تأثير البي اتش على السويل في الاجريكلتشر، بس في حاجات can be done at home زي مثلا cleaning the dishes using soap. السوب والتوث بيست والحاجات دي كلها alkaline. في some medications antacids يعني عشان treatment. فالحاجات دي can be tested، يقدر يشوفهم في البيت و can be tested in the lab. ف it can be done online and it can be done in the lab. We can use virtual lab برضو, we can use physical lab.
كويس كده، يعني كده اللي انت عايزاه فهمتيها معانا كده، خلاص حلينا لك المشكله.
تمام.
بس ليه ما نعملش السويل بقى في بتاع؟ ايه المشكله بتاعت السويل؟
هي different plants need different pH، وال pH بيأثر على ال growth بتاع البلانت. ال growth بتاع البلانت takes time.
اوكي، يعني ما ينفعش نعمل التجربه دي في اول السنه ونستنى معانا اخر السنه مثلا؟
هو الموضوع ده فشل معايا، يعني انا ما قدرتش ابلاي ان انا ازرع وان احنا نراعي البلانت، لانه البلانت بتموت من الطلبه. يعني على ما بنيجي وقت السيشن اللي احنا هنحتاج فيها البلانت بيكون البلانت ماتت من الطلبه خلاص.
اوكي. يعني it's applicable but it's not practical يعني you mean.
يعني from my experience it was not practical.
All right. So this is how we look at our objectives and how to achieve them, whether doing face-to-face or online or both of them. When we talk about both of them, so we talk about blended learning. Okay, guys? When we say or, so we're separating face-to-face physical interaction from virtual learning. And in this case, we are either using the physical face-to-face interaction or the online teaching and learning. Is that okay? Is that clear for everybody?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes, clear.
The last thing we'd like to talk about today is flipped classroom. And Marwa has just mentioned the flipped classroom. And it's very important to understand the difference between the flipped classroom and blended learning. In the flipped classroom, we are flipping the class. So if this is a class, if this is a traditional class, and this is home, okay, we are flipping it. We're making what we do here to what should be done here. Traditionally, we make the home for home work, right? For assignments. Very good idea is to make the class time a better place for learning, which means that in the class we're applying what should be applied and we're discussing what should be discussed. So instead of between brackets, wasting class time in reading things or going through a text or watching a video, we take these things to the home, because at home students may have more time to do these things. But in the class, we, after students have done the readings, watching things, the field trips, the observation, all the stuff, when they come back to class, we start the great thing, the big things, which is application of the knowledge that they have gained throughout the other things at home. So in the class, the students are working on a project, answering questions, doing analysis of the data, discussing things, debating ideas that they have read about at home, doing any tangible, applicable work that reflects the learning of the material and the stuff they have gained at home. So this is basically the idea of the flipped classroom, and research has proven that it works. It works well if it's applied well. And how? So if I ask the students to read something at home or watch a video at home, and then when they come to class, I do these things in the class, so it's not working well, right? So if I'm asking the students here to watch a video or read something or go on a field trip or observe anything, and then here I'm asking them to debate, to analyze, to discuss, to work on a project. If this is the way it happens, so this is great. If I ask the students to do these things at home, and when they come to class, I'm asking them to do them again, it doesn't work. It's a failure. So if I ask the student to watch a video here, and when they come to class, I play the video, wow. The students would naturally ask themselves, and maybe ask the teacher, why have you watched the video at home? Why did you ask us to watch it at home if you are going to play it in the class? But a better way to do that is to prepare some questions for a debate or analysis or discussion or work on a project based on that video. So the students would understand that watching the video at home is very important, very, very important. So this is essentially flipped classroom, and this is how it should look like ideally. But in many cases, things may not work out the way we like. So sometimes you'll find that students didn't watch the video or they didn't read. I asked them to observe something, but they didn't observe. I asked them to go through a field trip, but they didn't have the time to do that. So these things happen, and they happen a lot. But these do not mean that flipped classroom is a bad thing. It means that we're not ready to do it well. And if these things happen consistently, so it will be a bad idea to use it. If people are not reading or not watching or not going through trips or observations or whatever, so why I'm insisting in doing it? But if these things happen regularly, some students are doing it, some students are not, we can try to find ways to overcome these things by assigning students different roles, by giving those who do the work leaders role in the discussion, asking the students to help each other, creating more cooperative environments so that students learn from each other in a more organic manner. But keeping it is very important to do, but try to find ways to make flipped classroom prosper in your classes. So if you ask the students to watch a video on the internet, but most of the students in your class don't have an internet access, so it will be a waste of time and energy and many things to do, right? right يا ايها الشباب.
Yes, right.
Okay. Yes.
طيب عشان انا عمال احكي وانتوا ساكتين فكده الكلام ده مش هينفع معانا. فاحنا كده فهمنا فليب كلاس روم ولا لا؟
Yes, you understand classroom.
ها؟ لا مين اللي قالت لا دي؟
بنقول فهمناه.
بنقول فهمناه كمان، ده انت برضه بتزقي، مفيش فايده.
انا بقول فهمناه.
ماشي. طيب مروه فهمنا كده الفرق بين فليب كلاس روم.
ممكن اقول عرفت.
طيب ماشي، مين عايز يسال؟ طيب do you have any questions? Yes, go ahead please.
لو هم مثلا ما شافوش الفيديو
ولا هيشوفوا،
المفروض ان انا مثلا هعمل، طيب المفروض ان انا مثلا اعرضه بسرعه او اخلي مثلا الطلبه اللي شافوه يقولوا سمري مثلا ليه لزمايلهم، ولا يبقى ايه الحل؟
احنا قلنا حاجتين انا ما اعرفش خدت بالكم منهم. احنا قلنا في تو كيسز. في وان كيس ان انا شايف ان ستودنتس عمرهم ما هيشوفوا الفيديو عشان ما عندهمش انترنت اكسس مثلا، ودي حاجه مش صعب ان انا اديهم فيديو. It's hard to ask them to watch a video while I know that they are not going to watch it for things outside of their hands beyond their abilities. فلازم انا دايما وانا بعمل الاساينمنت او الكول when I ask for something I need to ask something that they can do. ماشي كلام؟ طيب if they can do but they didn't, this is a problem, and then I can find other ways to solve in the classroom. يعني مثلا اعمل jigsaw يعني to divide the class in two groups, and I make one person in the group is one who I know that he has watched the video before coming to class, and he will be the leader. He will be the person who is going to tell them about the video and try to answer the questions. And this will help the other students, or give them an idea that watching the video is a good thing, because now I am the person with the knowledge and I'm sharing my knowledge with you, so it gives me power. In this case, knowledge is power. So the students who are having that knowledge will be more powerful than those who haven't. And this will create a kind of maybe competition, or create more interest on the other students to do the same thing in the future. Okay?
Okay, doctor. There is something similar between lab classroom and blending classroom.
Is this a question?
Yes.
So the question is there similarity between blended classrooms and flipped classrooms?
Yes, I feel like that.
Yes, they are very similar. Very, very similar. But we said in the blended classrooms,
yes,
that this order is not necessary to happen. So in the blended, in the flipped classroom, we start from home. We ask the students to do things at home, and then we build our work on what they have done at home in the classroom. In the blended classroom, this order is not the most important thing. We can mix and match. We can start from classroom and then go to home, and then start from home and come back to classroom, and it will depend on the
Yes.
objective and resources we have. Yes,
Okay. Thank you.
welcome. Any other questions, guys? So this is what you might need to do in week 6. We're going to learn more about e-learning and how e-learning is, is most about online teaching and learning, and you can read a lot about that. And then after e-learning, you need to look at blended learning. You will watch a very nice video about blended learning, and you finish this week with blend your lesson. This is a very nice activity. We'll ask you to develop um, a group lesson where you are going to blend your tools. So you're going to write the objectives, and then you're going to decide which objective can be achieved online using e-learning or face-to-face. And this is the way you are going to blend your lesson. And that's what we have discussed together. Starting from week 7, we'll be having a very nice introduction to gamification and design thinking. So we may meet again at the start of this stage, week 7 and 8. Maybe next Sunday. I think we are going to meet next Sunday at 4:30, the same time, so that we discuss together what you are going to do in week 7 and week 8. Any questions?
Okay, I have one, please.
Yeah, what?
Okay. There's a same task week 5 and week 6, so we can submit it in week 6.
Yes.
And the video to explain how I use a technology tool in week 5.
Yes. So they will be in their place. So week 5. Sorry. So week 5 will remain week 5, and week 6 will remain week 6. But I'll give you time to submit the work on both weeks together by the end of week 6, which is like next Saturday. Okay.
Okay. Okay. The same group
Yes.
that are work together.
Yes. So week 5 and week 6, you will have the same grouping.
Yes, and same task.
And what?
Right?
خلينا بس في
same task.
لا تاسك. بص بقى، لا انتوا التاسكس موجوده بقى عشان انا مش ماشي.
اصل هي نفسها يا دكتور محمد، يعني احنا هنعمل lesson plan وهنقول ايه التول التكنولوجي تول اللي احنا هنختارها وهنوظفها ازاي، وبعدين نشرح في فيديو احنا استخدمناها ازاي. يعني احنا هنملى التمبلت وهو حاجه واحده بالنسبه
انت بتسالي في ايه دلوقتي
ونفس
بقى يا سيدتي العزيزه، عشان انت ما تطلعنيش بره الموضوع. انت عايزه اعمل ايه؟
انا بتاكد انها
لا الجروبس زي ما
ولا
هي
حاجه.
انا افتكرت ان انت زعلانه من الجروبس ولا حاجه.
لا خالص، حضرتك عندك يعني
ايه
بخصوص جروب. يعني احنا نقلنا لحضرتك المشكله دي، فبدات يعني تبقى موجز دايما ان في مشاكل، بس انا ما اعرفش ايه اللي موجود في الجروبس.
ايوه احسن حاجه والله.
لا ما بتكلمش على الجروبس والله.
طيب
صدقني دكتور ما بتكلمش على الجروب، بس انا هي تاسك للويك طيب. ده كله هنعمل لها سميت في ويك.
بصي يا حنان، مش انت حنان برضه؟
ايوه.
ازيك يا حنان؟
الله يسلمك يا دكتور.
والله توحشينا جدا يا حنان. لو انت بصيت على
والله يا حضرتك
لو بصيت على الهاي تك ليسن بلان ده في جروبس اهي ماشي كده.
تمام.
اوكي لو احنا رحنا على ويك 6 هو انا هتلاقيني قلت لك لو انت بس بعتها لك ما خدتيش بالك بس ممكن تبقى لو بلندي وليسن اكتيفيتي هتلاقيني قايل لك هنا ايه يوز سيشن 5 رولز يعني ويك 5 يعني.
تمام.
شوف من غير ما انت تقولي شفت بقى انا عارفك عايزه تقولي وانا قلت ازاي.
تمام. شكرا يا دكتور.
يو ويلكم.
Thank you.
Other questions guys؟
هو أنا ممكن أسأل سؤال غبي شوية، هو إيه الفرق بين الأسايمنت بتاع ويك 5 ويك 6 عشان كده اتلخبطت حاساهم زي بعض؟
أقول لك على حاجة جميلة. اقري خشي على كل واحد فيهم وريد ذا assignment.
Okay.
ولو أنت بعد after you read the assignment you have still the same question you can ask it again in the group and I will answer it again.
Okay, thank you دكتور.
وكمان برضو الريكوردينج ده ممكن يساعدكم كمان يعني ما اعمل احط لكم ريكوردينج لو حد يعني to listen again to that it will help you a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, because I have another class after yours. That's why I don't want to repeat the things again, May. So don't be upset with me, May, because you know.
لا ما فيش حاجة يا دكتور. I'm okay.
Other questions?
Doctor, please, I texted
Yes.
Marilise yesterday to finish the work of week 4. We are one there, but she didn't answer me.
Marilise here.
I think she didn't attend the meeting.
I think Marilise is here. I can see her name. Yes.
I'm so sorry. I just got stuck with some stuff. I'm so sorry, and I will do what I can do today.
Okay.
Okay.
شفت يا ماريليز باعوك يا ازاي انت عشان انت كله هيتباع فكل واحد يركز بقى عشان الناس الايام ديت العمليه.
لا والله ولا حاجه
يا دكتور انا ما بعتش حد قبل كده حضرتك عارف. حضرتك عارف انا بالذات يعني ماشيه جنب الحيط.
انا بصوا انا بحب بس اوقف رصيد الحلال يا جماعه ما حدش يزعل مني يعني.
لا انا ماشيه جنب الحيط انا.
اوكي. I'm just kidding.
أنا بس it was my first day.
على فكرة أنا كنت هكمل سؤالي.
لا I'm just kidding يا جماعة والله عايزكم تضحكوا مع بعض كده قبل ما أمشي. وأنا في any other questions before I leave? Of course, if you have other questions, you can ask me anytime on the group or whatever you'd like to ask me.